So you've been curious about the organic scene here in Irvine. Well, you're just in luck. Today we're going to cover the top farmers markets here in Irvine specifically, and then maybe touch on some of the ones that are available in nearby cities. Hi, I'm Giselle and I am a local resident here. I've been in Irvine for the past 3 years now, and I'm originally from Northern California, the Bay Area, but I've also lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as well as LA. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and again, always forget to mention this, if you haven't visited this channel before, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can get notified when new videos come out. I've been posting weekly just about all things Irvine, so anything about the cost of living, all the way through to things to do here. So if you'd like to get to know Irvine a little bit better and the surrounding Orange County areas, make sure you hit subscribe. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I think this will be a pretty short video and it won't go too long, but hopefully it gives you some insight or some information about the local scene. So we do have, of course, some of the big names such as Whole Foods and Mother's Market. Those are available. We also have organic grocers like Tanaka Farms, Masana, just to name a couple that are available. And these are markets that you can go to on a daily basis to do your shopping. So the four that I'm just going to talk about now are ones, traditional farmers markets that are once a week, that you can go pick up local grocers, produce, and they are available in specific locations and specific times. So the first one I want to bring up is the regional park. So Irvine Regional Park has a weekly farmers market on Tuesdays from 9 to 1. It is a large farmers market, so if you go, make sure that you have some time. There are multiple vendors, anything from cheese, bread, pastries, to a whole array of produce. You also have tea makers, and there are other vendors as well, local artisans that are available as well. So you'll want to check that out. And again, it's weekly from Tuesdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you haven't been to Irvine Regional Park, there are some things that you should know about it. It is huge. There is usually a little bit of a line to get in. You will have to pay for parking. And there is also a petting zoo during the holiday season, or any kind of holiday that's coming up. There's usually something that's going on. So right now, the fall festival should be starting pretty soon, and so they have a big pumpkin patch. You can go on hay rides, so it's definitely an event that you can bring the kids along and make it more of an adventure, so not just the farmers market shopping. Number 2 on the list is Irvine Farmers Market over by the Kaiser Building. That's going to be Alton and Sand Canyon area, and that one is weekly Fridays from 10 to 2 p.m. It is a smaller one, so that is one where you can get your basics. You can get in and out. It is a smaller one. You're going up like one aisle and just kind of going through all of the vendors that are available there. So that one there is a little bit smaller. Newport Coast Drive has one Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and this is a large one. So the Saturday one and the Tuesday ones are probably the biggest ones that Irvine offers. So this one here on Newport Coast Drive, it has all sorts of vendors similar to the regional Irvine Park. So you're going to have your grocers, local cheese makers, yogurt makers. You have different sauce makers, so like barbecue sauce, even seasonings, tea makers. You have your local produce, of course, as well, and you also have some local meateries as well. So you can order or pick up steaks and locally grown chickens, things like that as well. So it is a large one. It gets pretty busy. My advice would be to hit it up right early on. So one, you get to pick out of everything, you get to choose. And two, you can also avoid the crowds and there will be more parking. So if you can get up early on a Saturday morning to hit it up, I would recommend that you get there as close to 8 as you can. They also have bread makers. So basically anything you can think of is at this farmer's market. It is definitely a great place to go. And not only just walk around and buy your groceries for the week. But if you just like to hang out, there's also eateries, and I should mention this goes for the others as well. that they do have to-go prepped takeout food. So you will see food trucks where you can pick up food as well as coffee and things like that. So you can make it, if you're not interested in for the groceries, it can actually be an event of something you can do during these days. And the last one I'm going to mention is a medium size. So if you don't want to go to the two big ones, but you also don't want to go to a really small one, Great Park has one on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It is a smaller one. It's held in a parking lot, free parking. There's ample parking. There is no coverage, so on warm days it is going to be hot, but you can expect to see acai makers, food trucks, as I mentioned before, local bakeries or bakers. They do have the local cheese makers and yogurt makers there as well, and then a whole array of products or produce products like fruits and vegetables that are locally sourced. And they also do have meat sourced there as well. And if you're not interested in food, like I said, and you don't even want to do the takeout or the drinks, one thing to note is that at least 3 out of the 4, so I'd say the small one, the one in Irvine, might be limited as far as this is concerned, but the other 3 do have other vendors such as soap makers, candle makers, belts, home products, so things like that as well. So you're not just limited to food products, but I would certainly recommend checking these out. Outside of Irvine, we do have farmers markets that are held in Costa Mesa, Tustin, Lake Forest, or Laguna Hills, Laguna Beach, and Newport Beach as well. So all of these areas have their local food markets as well. Laguna Hills has one Fridays, and there they have this amazing olive oil and vinegar maker stand. They create both different types of balsamic vinegars and different types of avocado and olive oil. They have salt that's imported from Italy. So each of the farmers markets have their own unique little things that are available, and definitely worth checking out and something to learn about when you move here. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down below and I'll answer them for you. Contact information is there as well if you'd like to reach out. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.